of Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Lots to get to on this short week ahead. Black Friday football. 1 game left this season. It's already almost over. Nebraska.
Say that.
We'll get to the game that was in Madison. 2 of the 3 of us were in Madison just for that game this weekend. And, the town was fun. The game was not.
Jake, your reporting in live was great. And it was like this. It was a live report from about, I don't know, what time would you start chiming? Well, you're trying on your trip was a lot, but you started.
You guys asked for that.
Yes. No, it was not a lot. It was a lot of information. It was good information. We wanted.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't overdo it, Jake.
Okay.
I didn't know you were going to yell at me.
I wasn't trying to yell at you. Just making sure.
Oh, you got it. Good job.
I got it. Both. Josh is not here. Bella's in today, and so I'm trying to run the white remote to get the screens up, and they're going up finally. So
Curtains.
Yep, the shades.
It's curtains.
Yeah, it's curtains. It feels like it right now.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
We're off.
Jake drove up to Wisconsin in an 11-person passenger van.
That's right.
With 10 people. I couldn't imagine driving with 10 people in a van to
Did you see Sim's face?
I'm going to say right now, if I was the last guy you picked up, I'd have just opted out. I'd have went to get in.
I was the last guy.
I'd been like,
what would you say?
I'd have faked some.
I just don't feel it.
I don't feel. I think
I can't say that.
Hey, I'd probably say something like, "You guys mind that I tested positive for COVID?" Like that.
And just cough over the place.
If I have a problem, okay, I probably better not go.
Oh, should I take a different ride? Okay, I'll do that.
Take a different ride.
Well, I could have because I got picked up at a spot and I had my car. I could have just driven myself. I'm like, I already committed to this, so I guess I'll go. But there was like 7 college kids in the car too. Yeah. So now they behaved well. They did. It wasn't a problem.
Did you know these people?
One.
I couldn't imagine being in a van with I knew one. It's like you're in a Greyhound bus going cross country. It's a bunch of strangers.
That's probably a good comparison.
That'd be better, actually.
That should be better.
No, Jake, it was fun, right?
The college kids acted fine. Now, if they were annoying, it had been a problem. They were fine. They had no problems on the way back or the way there. So
interesting trip.
No problems there.
I have no idea you're going with people you didn't know.
I didn't really know who I was going with. I know Seth, of course, set this up.
And Seth almost got in 3 fights.
Yes.
Okay.
I almost got.
Jake almost got in a fight too. Jake almost threw hands.
Seth gets a little surly at games when he's had some things to drink, and he almost got into some fights with some people.
Over what?
Just stuff Nebraska football. It's just the standard. Hey, it's competitive. competition.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, I get it.
That's what happened.
So you're probably got.
I held him back.
Did you get in some people's grill when we were 14-0?
No,
I
did not. No, I was a proper fan. I only yelled twice, and it was about Wisconsin, not about Nebraska. I made fun of Phil Longo twice. I said, "Nice call, Longo." That was it, basically. Just make sure the fans.
Super fans.
Super funny.
So
nice call,
Longo.
Do it again, Longo. And the fourth down calls.
To go to a game
both
with
the
Jake.
Fourth down failed calls. I said, do it again, Longo. Do it again next time.
That'd be fun to go to a game with Jake.
It would be.
Come on, Longo.
I didn't yell at Braylon Allen. Didn't yell at Mordecai. It was Longo. It was always the OC every time. So that was fun. But what else we got for Idle Chit Chat before we get rolling in the loss in Wisconsin?
Yesterday, I was invited by Wes.
East Lincoln West?
Nope, different Wes. I was invited down to. They do a great thing. The Nebraska Coaches Association for football have a clinic right over here and tied into the state championship games at Embassy. So I went down and spoke to and hung out and spoke with the 8-man coaches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really, really cool.
Fun. What'd you tell them?
The place was. We talked tackling. We talked tackling, how we went about it, some philosophy, some different things, and so I was able to participate. Wes allowed me to participate in the meeting.
Did you demonstrate?
So there were some demonstrations. There were demonstrations. Yeah.
Did you get in your stance?
No,
Come on.
no. So when you start to demonstrate when you're this age, it's remarkable how stupid you feel so fast. Yeah,
and look,
yes,
and I'm
look,
the same age, so
yes.
I get it. Yeah, you don't want to get down.
But anyway, so that was really, really, really well done. Really fun to do. Appreciate the invite down there and really enjoyed it. Yeah. And also one last thing on that, drought's over.
Yeah, it did rain. Yeah, there's Farley behind us too. Terrell Farley's in the window behind you.
Sibley's looking for you.
Yep. Turn around. There he is. Anything for you, Sip? How was your was the
tornado
trip
room
smooth?
was fun?
Yeah.
There's no travel snafus. I was back at 2:30. The tornado room, you needed a miner's hat to get to your table.
Wow.
Because it's so dark, but it's nice.
That's my kind of restaurant. Dark in there.
It's beautiful. There was the
Did you
guy.
have the bone-in ribeye?
I got a
Did you and Sean split a steak?
That was discussed the previous spot.
I got to
went
play
to.
that. The draw. I mean, it was while we're talking about age. The problem I had was the waiter.
We got the text. Yeah,
Well,
please address this. It's important.
that he got Sean's order, and he got Rob's order, and he looked at me and said, "What'll be, Pops?"
He texted us. I said, "Oh no,
What'll be, Pops?" I said, and I was like, I gave him the look, like, and he said, "We got your readers on." Yeah. So I guess we're.
Did the mood change after that for you?
No, he was fine. He was funny.
Like for you, I mean.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it was fine. It was good. It was
What'll
really
be,
good.
Pops?
Yeah, it was great. It was the best. It was one of the better places I've ever gone.
You had your
place.
readers on for dinner?
Well, I had
Well,
to
he's
look at
reading the menu.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What kind of potato did you get?
I got a baked, standard baked.
Standard baked. The baked is the steak.
And then I went to the I saw Robin and Sean and the guys out at State Street Brats after that, and Sip had already departed. So I
was
didn't get a chance to see him.
I was down. I mean, I tried to get some rest, and then I went to bed like at 7:30, and then went to bed last night at 7:30. I got the crud. Not bad though.
I got the crud too.
Yeah,
I got it.
we
Too.
all
But
got
I
the
don't
crud.
think I didn't get it.
See,
There you go.
coughing.
There
It
it
was
was.
coughing.
Yeah,
I just
I'm telling
cleared
you.
my throat
We all
over
got
here.
the crud.
Yeah.
And I was thinking this morning, and those guys got practice with the crud because I heard it's going around the team.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Holy
That
God.
time of year.
Yeah.
That's when I think, man, these guys are tough dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, go out there and practice with this.
Have to. Yeah, that's what you do.
I'd tell the coach,
Yeah.
my legs aren't feeling good.
It's a hard practice.
He'd be like,
It really
"Hey man,
is.
we got one more game left. I don't care what your legs feel like."
No, that'd
the way
be
it
it.
is.
You just juice. I suppose you get a lot of medicine, right?
Yes. How was the? I apologize.
We're being real. We got
we sound
got
awful.
some coughing
Nothing better
issues
than
here.
somebody with the crud on a radio show.
It's beautiful.
That's it.
Great sound.
What is their practice plan for the week, Sip? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because of the
they play
Friday
Friday.
game.
They'll probably have to practice today for sure, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. Obviously, you get a day off.
You know better than I would.
I don't know if you have. I can't remember from last year. I'm drawing a blank on it. What we did exactly.
I got to think you just practice
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. I would
Right?
think
You got to
so,
go.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this is it. This is it. If you're going to a bowl, this is it. Got to win this game.
Well, we talked about on air.
Not just be close, win.
On air, we talked about Jake posed the question to us. Who do you think's the easiest one for them to win? And we said Iowa. Then we pushed back, but I still think that was the easiest one because there's a good chance that they score 9. They're still. I mean, I know that they're playing a little bit better offensively, but they scored 15 against Illinois. Indiana put 45 on Illinois the week before. So just to take that, yeah. So
Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Indiana,
Yeah.
but who just lost to Michigan State. So for the chance for, like we talked about earlier, I still go with the fact that Iowa is an extremely winnable game, a tough game. You look at it and go, hang on now, they're 9-2.
Here's the
They're 9-2.
the question I would ask you, and we'll get to Wisconsin here in a
Yeah,
second.
we will. Yep.
Punter. I mean, they got a distinct punting advantage. In fact, I would say Torrey Taylor's the key to the game. I think he's the key to the game.
I think it's a pretty
I
good
would
take.
agree.
It's a pretty good take.
Because there was an unbelievable play that wasn't made by Iowa where he had the ball basically. I don't know how it happened. They were going to down the ball at the 1 yard line against Illinois, and the guy just screwed it up and knocked the ball into the end zone. But it wasn't like, oh, take a great play. No, the punt was incredible. They're going to pin him at the 1. They'd already had one safety on them. Yep. And then it goes out to the 20, changed the game a little bit for that, and then took everything for Iowa to win the game. I watched almost all of that game.
It's possible you would say, and we've said it before, but we'll reiterate since they're here this week. that I will bring to Lincoln the best punter in the world.
Right now, he's awful good.
Yeah.
All the pros right now, it kind of feels like
he does it all. He does it all. He really does.
It's possible that I will bring the best punter in the world, unless there's some kid in, I don't know, Australia or something.
Let's go with him as the best.
Yeah.
Voice problems.
So there you go. What was the final? 24-17 overtime.
But last thing before that,
my bad.
A couple positives before we move on. A couple positives for Nebraska. Nebraska women's soccer moved on.
They
beat UC Irvine 4-0. They're on to the Elite Eight. Yeah, 4-0 yesterday.
The way they're playing, they're legit in it for the national championship. There's only 8 teams left, and they're playing unbelievable.
4-0.
I didn't see what happened. Josh texted me. Was it? Who was playing the game that was playing where there was a chance that Nebraska could host?
Stanford and Mississippi State was playing.
Mississippi State had to win.
Okay.
And Stanford was ahead 1-0 with like 15 minutes to go.
Okay.
And so
I didn't see the final there.
I think would that not have been an advantage? Could you imagine Nebraska hosting
Elite Eight
in late November? What that weather would have been like would have been an advantage for Nebraska.
Well,
yes.
So anyway, but when you're in the final 8 and you just won 4, I mean, you're playing really well. Which brings up the deal again. We can push into like that is pay John Walker.
Have to.
Yeah,
$1 million.
Elite 8.
Lifetime contract. You should be making at least 2.2.
The last positive, and we'll get to basketball later on today, but for volleyball is still undefeated. They beat Iowa. They've won the conference outright. No matter what happens this week against Wisconsin on Friday, they've won the conference first time since 2017, I believe.
Might as well mention Fred while you're at it.
Well, we're going to get to them later, but they did
Hey,
win.
Fred.
Hey, Nebraska basketball 5-0. They beat Oregon State 84-63 in Sioux Falls. We'll dive deeper into that later on in the show.
Yes.
All right, that's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Nebraska goes on the road to Madison, leads 14-0. Hot start for the Huskers. Chubba Purdy shows off the legs, has a nice pass, and then we see Jalen Lloyd show off his legs also. 14-0 heading into the second quarter. 14-10 at halftime. Nebraska does get to a field goal to end the game to get to overtime, but they fall 24-17 in Madison. 10 straight losses to the Badgers. Still have not beaten them since 2012. After an epic start to this game, more of the same for the Huskers.
That's 10 straight losses.
10 straight.
To Wisconsin.
10.
And then in the aftermath, the PA announcer saying Wisconsin now has qualified for a bowl for 22 straight seasons. That was a dagger.
Yeah.
They were carrying the Freedom Trophy around, the Wisconsin players.
The Freedom Trophy is it's gained some popularity. It's a late addition to a trophy game.
Yeah,
but it really has.
It's not. I
remember
the broken bucket.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
Never really seen it
not
before.
A classic.
It's not the Paul Bunyan axe.
It's not the axe. No, it's the axe. That's just, no, it's not. It's not. It's incredible. But at least they did. But people are into the trophy. They are. Nebraska wants the trophy very clearly. Yeah, they want the trophy.
So we better just address the elephant in the room. Jake? What did you think of the clock management? Late fourth quarter. What, a minute 30? No, yeah, I think it was a minute 35.
So
left.
just put yourself in my shoes here. I'm not watching the
That's
TV broadcast. I'm at the game, so I'm not hearing the commentary of the play-by-play guy. I'm just with fans saying we're kind of moseying around here with the chance to score. You know,
I'm with you because I'm just on the field or not even on it, near it, with standing with people.
You had a great drive. Chuba had a couple of great plays, had a nice run, and then all of a sudden, hey, you got time to go score a touchdown, not just a field goal. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's probably snake bit because of what happened last week, having some turnovers in the red zone. It's been a problem all year for this program. So there's probably a thought, let's get to overtime. But as a fan in the stands, see how they move the ball, that driving for a lot of the first quarter also, I said, go give it a shot. You know, go try to score a touchdown. And it just didn't feel like they were trying to score a touchdown.
I think the number of plays, if it's accurate, is something that I read was in the minute 35 to go.
Yeah.
With 3 timeouts.
On the 26.
They only ran 3 plays.
On the 26.
I don't
3 plays
get that.
In a minute 35 with 3 timeouts. So they had opportunities. The big question is, which would be interesting to hear from the Breakers, and I know it was very common talk yesterday, is the situation the same as Maryland? As far as and I think the situation is different than Maryland.
Okay.
Where you're at because you're going to take the lead with the field goal. You're going to take the lead with the field goal. Also, Chuba had just come in the game.
Right.
at that time. One drive. That's all he had, one drive. And so in this game, obviously, he played all game, played well.
He did play well.
So I think it's different. We used to hear from the Breakers with it. Obviously, they did a good job of making the field goal and getting themselves into overtime. But I know on the other side that defense had to be they were reeling. Yeah. There was not a confident group. And I'll say this is one thing I'll throw on there real quick. From evaluating the game and watching Wisconsin play a lot, I watch them really closely because Mike's that coach there. There's not one player for Wisconsin on defense that would start for Nebraska. That's how big a difference there is as far as the whole. If you look at the game, there's not one player.
Not the safety.
What's that? No, Waller. Yeah. Nope. He's not. Nope. Nebraska's got better players, and he's a decent player. That obviously got in the heel, and then also think about this: he was out. He was out of the game. He was out of the game. Half. So the quote, their best player was not playing in the back end.
Second half, he was out the entire game.
So
I think he hurt his head.
So like I said, that's the one thing that's kind of a bit of a head scratcher is that if you just took both teams and just said, okay, in exchange defense here, Nebraska has all 11 that would start ahead of all of Wisconsin's. And on offense is you'd probably trade a few guys. I think that guy's probably pretty good. You probably would take, Braylon Allen maybe as your starting running back.
I take Braylon Allen.
At that quarterback, probably take Mordecai because he's played so much. He's thrown 90 plus TDs.
What about the slot guy, number 6?
Probably maybe a guy you'd want, but that's about it. I mean, that
guy was good.
It wasn't like, wow, they just no. It wasn't.
They don't have a great offense.
No, not at all.
So
Nebraska had a better roster in this game.
As far as that drive that we're talking about, the clock management, he let 20 seconds go off the clock. I think after second down, that was what the people I was standing with. Like why? I think it was before third down. Before he called timeout.
Yeah, then they called the timeout.
Then he called a timeout before third down. But 20 seconds went off the clock at least. And that's what people I was standing with were saying is, why are they letting the clock run? And Rule did say after the game, we took one shot. They took a shot. Chubba threw it in the corner to Kemp. It was not even close. He said in retrospect, I wish we would have had 2 shots. I think they probably could have got 3. So
they had time for 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Again, maybe this is my thoughts at the moment was, are they scared of scoring too quickly here?
Yeah, that was conversation.
Here's what I would say to that: when you have a defense like Nebraska's and you have a team that has struggled to beat Wisconsin in general, there's no such thing that late in the game as scoring too quickly. You got to score.
I 100% agree. I hate that.
Just have your defense. Trust your defense. Just score.
Take any other game in the world other than this one. I hate it when people do that. Well, we can't score too fast.
Just score, man. If you can score.
Scoring's hard.
Yeah.
It is.
Scoring's hard.
Yeah, don't try to pick when you do it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So I said I kind of got what they were going for, but I said you cannot have the way this offense operates and the way they trust their defense. You had an average game. The defense played average on Saturday.
It wasn't great.
Nice fourth down stops they did, but in general, it's an average game for them.
Mordecai was slippery.
You still you try to get the lead and count on your defense to back you up and at least get to overtime or win the game.
Yeah.
Not score too quickly. So I just hate that philosophy.
And then overtime it just wasn't good. On Nebraska's side, how many times will you win in overtime if you jump? If you jump off.
When you get behind the chains,
that's what I'm saying.
Especially behind the chains if you're the first up and when you could take a field goal.
Yeah.
Or now they didn't, but now
when you're the second up and you have to have a touchdown.
Yeah. Then it's just either way.
It's almost curtains at that point.
But Nebraska got the advantage right away because I was watching it with a group of friends and like what's going on? They're talking through like, okay, Bill, what Tim about the coin toss? And I said, well, it's real simple. I said, you're obviously going to be on defense first. So you know what you have to do. It was kind of funny because, and then you get a chance to select on which end you go to. Mm-hmm. And I said, they're going to go down to the student section end. That's the direction that if Nebraska would have went the other way. But it was funny watching it because you go through this stuff with your players. So when the whole thing happened, and all of a sudden Nebraska wins the toss, and we'll defend. You can just see the look on his face. They didn't know. No one had told the quarterback which direction to go, and so he looks over the sideline. Where are we going? So that someone told him which way to go down this side, which is always those things are always pre-discussed. Hey, if we go to overtime at home, where are we going to?
Don't forget this too. On the over, Wisconsin has the ball first in overtime, and they face a 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 10 on that drive. The defense, okay, let's get off the field. Let's get a field goal, and they let them convert.
Mordecai scrambled for 9.
Yep, and then that was the 4th down conversion.
Yeah, and then when you have Braylon Allen at 4th and 1, they just got a big push, and then they were right near the goal line.
Yeah, and the last play was just like a mosh pit.
Yep.
Too much energy to stop them in that situation.
Yeah, the problem is giving up 9 yards on 3rd and 10. You guess that kill. He scrambled.
Mordecai got out of there.
Yep,
he's good at that.
He is.
He's a slippery little guy. I don't know how little he's not.
He's pretty. I tell you, he's put together.
He's like kind of like you.
No, I think they would.
We've been doing the band work.
Yeah, we do the band workout.
Rough topic.
Rough topic. We'll go away from that. My bands have been. Someone has stolen
they're
my
gone.
bands.
I've searched everywhere in the building.
We will talk to the authorities. I'll have to have. I don't like calling the police, but I'm going to have to.
I'm sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, that's a little touchy. Me and Jake went through that.
Yeah, I tried. I looked for it.
How could the bands be gone?
Somebody took them.
Someone took them. So yeah,
your workout bands are gone.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So my fitness plan is off.
I'm off now.
Yeah, everything is off.
Do you want to hear from Matt Rule from post game?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, you want to go back to you mentioned the field goal, the forced overtime. That you want to hear from him? Here's from Matt Rule on why on the play calling leading to overtime to get to the field goal to force overtime. Matt Rule.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we got into field goal range first. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to get down. We were going to take one shot at the end zone. Kind of akin to last week. I felt good about the kick. I wanted to make sure he got in range to make the kick, give him a chance to take a shot at the end zone and go from there. So, looking back, maybe should have called that earlier. So maybe we had 2 shots at the end zone, but I know a lot of people ask me why I didn't just run the ball last week and kick it last week. So, I thought we had a good play there. Billy, he gave Billy a chance, kind of the same thing we did before the first half, and then kicked it. So we got big, ran the ball because we wanted to make sure that we were within range, and then got the first down. But that was really kind of the thought process.
It just comes back to me again. It's that number, 27 turnovers. That you have so many turnovers this year that he's just trying to not turn the ball over. In my opinion,
and they only had 1 on Saturday.
But it was the last play. Which
yeah.
was basically a turnover on downs anyway. So
they did solve that puzzle.
Chuba
took care of the ball. Chuba he managed the game well.
And here's Matt Rule's thoughts on Chuba Purdy from Saturday.
I thought Chuba played really well. One play along the sideline where, maybe it was an interception, the ball went out of bounds, but I thought he protected the football. I thought he pulled the ball down when they went to run. I thought he converted 3rd downs. I thought he was hot in the first half. He thought he ran the football. We didn't call a lot of designed quarterback runs or anything like that, but he was doing a nice job, in my opinion, of just, if it wasn't there, pulling the ball down and going. So, obviously we hit a little bit of a lull there at the beginning of the second half. That's, kind of watching them. That's kind of what they've done to people, and but found a way at the end to go make some plays. So for his first start for us, this year, I thought it was really something to build on.
Chuba stats: 15 for 23 passing, the 1 pick to end the game, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. Also rushing the ball, 14 carries, 105 yards, and the 55-yard touchdown. So he played well enough to win that football game.
Probably played well enough to win the job for Iowa, right?
That's no question.
Yeah, that's a non.
No question at all. Absolutely, he looked the best of any quarterback this season for Nebraska. Any game.
Yeah, in fact, I feel better about the Iowa game because of Chuba, because he does give you a big play threat. It's now, to be fair, all 3 quarterbacks for Nebraska, Heinrich, Harburg, Jeff Sims, and Chuba, have 50-yard plus touchdown runs. They all can go.
Mm-hmm.
But Chuba's healthy, and he took care of the ball. That's the bottom line. Took care of the ball. Looked good. Pretty good. 5 for 12 on 3rd down conversions. That's good. Defense, that was an issue for Nebraska's defense, 3rd down. I think 7 for 15 was Wisconsin. 7 for 15.
That's correct.
3rd down.
7 for 15.
At one point, they were 6 for 7. Passing, all passing. 6 for 7 passing. So now, Wisconsin, what did they finish with? 318, is that right?
No, Nebraska had 364. Wisconsin had 316.
316.
316.
You can live with that.
But you still get evaluated as a whole, if I'm on the defensive side right now, you trust me, you're always so critical of yourself. And I know that there's been a lot of there has been some criticism of the defense, but when the clock hit 0, they had 17.
17.
It's 17.
17.
17. That was your goal to hold a team to in 1991.
Yeah.
So you
should be okay.
Yeah, it should be okay with 17 at that time.
Yeah. I'm not critical of the defense. They did enough to win, but there were times when Mordecai scored it out of there. And again, Wisconsin was pretty good on third down. They're pretty good on third down.
They were good on third
down's a big down.
And then also remember when it went to the last drive and even overtime, their best receiver was out too. Was not playing.
Pauling, he got hurt.
Yeah. Did Pauling get hurt? Was I watching the game?
Yeah, he had a big catch and he got hurt on that same play.
He got hurt. He came back in for like a play but couldn't play. Yeah. So when it went to when they really needed to have their best player wasn't in the game. So
he had 8 catches, by the way. 8 catches for Will Pauling.
Will Pauling's a good little slot receiver.
Yeah. So they lost him and they lost their best defensive player.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of obviously they were reeling themselves with that injury.
I'm kind of shocked by one stat because at the game it just felt like Mordecai was always scrambling for yards. He only had 9 carries for 51 yards. Seemed like he was going to have 100 yards rushing the way he ran the ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he ran it at key times. Is what I think.
He did. Yeah,
that was the thing. He was, and Nebraska missed him on that big blitz by
Javin Wright missed the sack.
Missed him, a huge play. The play of the game, what people were talking about in the post game was Nebraska not getting. Nebraska's up 14-0. They have 4th and 1.
Yep,
at Wisconsin's 33, early in the second quarter. I'm all for going for it. I'm all for trying to run the ball. Yeah, I'm all for trying to run the ball. They did. A kid named C.J. Getz stopped Emmett Johnson for -1, and the momentum shifted. And I don't know that Nebraska ever got it back fully.
It did shift. No, it did. And
I don't know that they ever got it back.
Because watching the game, I felt it was going to be 38-6.
Yeah,
after the first 2 scores.
Yeah,
it looked to me,
blowout.
It looked like Wisconsin wanted nothing to do with being there. The look on Coach Fickle's face on TV was just like it was a blank stare of because their whole thing. He talked about after the game. The number one thing they talked about was starting fast because they had adversity, they haven't handled it,
and they didn't start fast.
It did not start fast. I mean, they just missed a tackle at a corner blitz, misses it. Chuba runs for whatever 60-yard touchdown,
55-yard sprint,
and then the corner for Wisconsin, which was one of the most egregious plays ever made on the seam ball. He just tried to knock him down, threw his shoulder into him instead of tackling him, and it like launched him into the big touchdown. And so there was a great catch, but it should have been a catch and a tackle.
So here's the deal, Bill. It's interesting. Football's interesting. Sports are interesting because, Wisconsin is reeling and their season's in the tank. They've lost 3 straight. But sometimes within a game, you can get something.
Yes.
You can. And that's what happened. They got that stop. And and Jake, you were in the crowd. The whole stadium, it changed.
Well, think about that. I'm looking at the numbers. The first couple drives, Nebraska goes 6 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. They respond with 5 plays, 8 yards, nothing. Huskers then go 6 plays, 76 yards, touchdown. They go 7 plays, 4-yard punt. So it's like, all right. And then that drive, Nebraska gets stuff done. 12 plays, 55 yards. I mean, they're en route to getting a touchdown or a field goal, go up 17, 21.
Then what happened right after that?
And then Wisconsin
found rhythm.
9 plays, 66 yards, touchdown. Oh, right. Now it's a game.
Mordecai got in a rhythm right after that. Yeah. And I'm not saying the two are linked, but you have to say momentum changed.
Even the announcers on TV talked about exactly what we talked about on the show. They're like, you know what? We talked to both sides in depth with players, coaches, everything. He said the feeling's completely different on the teams. So the feeling is just that this is just devastation for Wisconsin. They were picked to win 9 games, picked to win the West, and then everything they said it was just distraught. And Nebraska wasn't distraught. It was like, okay, this is where we are right now, but they were not distraught, which we talked about here. I said the Wisconsin locker room would have been really tough. And so for how that to flip around, it was quite amazing.
And I'll tell you something. I don't know what Jake would say. You were in the stands. I was there.
In the stands.
I thought the crowd was fine.
Oh, I tell you what, it was
okay.
It changed. Even on watching on TV, is like right away. It's like, see the one end zone where the students are at when the game started. half full.
Oh yeah,
it was half
it always
full.
is that way.
Yeah,
though,
a little bit that way,
later
but it's not so much on a night game.
Yeah.
Early game, it always is.
Yeah.
But by the time they got going to like third quarter jump around time, that place looked like on TV. You're going like, whoa, like hey, there's a good atmosphere.
It's pretty good.
Looked like it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I'd say it was quiet a lot of the night because the game wasn't that good. I mean, there wasn't a lot of great play.
I mean, when it was 14-zip, it was
dead zone.
Nebraska was loud, and they should have been loud. Wisconsin was like a dead duck out there. Had nothing going on.
Dead duck.
Yeah.
Curtains.
They had nothing going for them.
No, they didn't.
But
and you were sitting in. You had good seats.
We had seats that were way high, and we moved down to incredible. I paid $5 to get in that game. $5. And I sat at the 40-yard line, 35 rows up.
You just saw the seats
on the
said, let's
aisle.
go get them.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that. It's that busy. Let's go down there. No one ever forced us out of the seats. It was incredible. Great deal for $5. $5.
They do a great job with their atmosphere, don't they?
Yeah, it is a good product there in terms of it's a fun atmosphere. I'd say that.
Now you could jump around.
I did jump around. I jumped around.
I like that.
Do we do that at our age? Are we supposed to do that?
We should do something.
I don't know. I think if I was there,
we were there, I think I'd do it.
Come on, be part of the fun.
I'd kind of do it.
It's kind of fun to watch.
It was fun. You mentioned this off the bat, Sid, before we get to break.
Yeah, please.
That Iowa this week will have a huge advantage at punter. Mm-hmm. Brian Buschini was frankly bad. I mean, it's been a bad month. Michigan State, bad. It wasn't horrible against Maryland.
He came back okay against Maryland. He did.
He was a problem on Saturday. I mean, in Nebraska, they had a chance to go pin them deep several times, and it'd just be a short punt down to the 15, the 25. I mean, the Big Ten is such a field position conference.
Yeah,
it's a defensive conference, special teams conference, and he did not do anything to help Nebraska out in that game.
Special teams
caught the one bounce. It was like a pitching wedge.
Yep, it came back.
Brian was the one who downed the ball.
That's not good.
You don't
right?
want that.
Yeah.
That's not what you want your punter to do, right? No. That usually is not good.
Usually not good. I can't figure it out. Like I said, I don't talk to players that I coached last year. I don't get involved with them like that, except for a great job type of text or something, anything of that nature. So, but it doesn't appear. I don't know if he's not healthy, but something didn't appear. It just didn't look quite right. And so, but like you said, he came back against Maryland and did that.
Yeah.
So this upcoming game,
maybe he'll be all right.
The other guy will be right. I will be right. You have to match him. You have to be able to match. You have to be able to match Iowa's punter.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it right now.
I saw I checked my phone 5 minutes ago, the spread for Nebraska, Iowa. Now keep in mind, Iowa has won the West. They're 9-2. Nebraska's 5-6. The spread is dead even.
It's even.
It started off Iowa 1.5, went to Nebraska 1.5, and now it's even as of right.
Damned.
The spread is even.
I will go to hell.
They've already clinched the West. They're going to the Big Ten title game. They've won 9 games, and Nebraska's even.
That's a strange line to me. Strange line.
It's gone back and forth. Yeah, 1.5 Nebraska, 1.5 Iowa, now even as of this point.
Is there any chance that anyone thinks there would be more than a 3-point game?
I thought 4.
Oh no! I mean, and when the game ends, I mean the game.
I'll probably go to the wire.
The only team that Iowa got away from, they've got away from Rutgers way late. I think it was tied at halftime? It was 0-0.
3-zip at half.
3-zip at half. Yep. And so it got away for them late, and then whoever they beat some team went week 2 scored like 40 points against them. Other than that, it's going to be tight, extremely tight.
Yeah, it's always tight.
Like we said, so that was our pick for the best.
It's a pick'em game
for the best chance to win a game. We picked out of the last 3. We said Iowa.
Yeah,
because of the quarterback play.
They can't. That guy doesn't move.
Doesn't move real well. I will say this: Deacon Hill is playing better. Yeah. He can throw, and he is playing better.
Yeah, he is.
What he was.
And I salute the Iowa Hawkeyes. They won the West.
You have to. I don't like to, but you got to salute them.
2 of the last 3 years, they've won the West.
And they were on play with me 10-1. I mean, that Minnesota game, don't call the fair catch. They're 10-1. It is disgusting how they do it, but
10-1 going to the Big 12 championship. If they would win out and finish 11-1 and then beat whoever would be they'd be in the playoffs.
And Michigan's looking a little vulnerable. Not only know if Michigan will be the team.
Michigan did not play well with Maryland. They're up big, and then they blew it, but they won the game.
I have a theory on that. We'll talk about
it. Okay, when we come back, we will have head scratchers next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're like most guys with symptoms, you don't want to ask for help. Perhaps a free consult with the men's health experts will encourage you. What could it hurt? Limitless knows exactly how to treat your symptoms. They will verify with a blood test, and in a very short time, you'll feel like a new man. So don't drag your feet. You're not going to feel better unless you get help. The providers at Limitless know what they're doing. To receive your custom treatment plan, schedule online at limitlessmail.com and get your life back.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for many things this year and every year and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends as we reflect on what we're thankful for. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brand!
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You guys can always text or call 402-464-5685. Be a part of the show as Nebraska again falls 24-17 to Wisconsin. 10 straight losses to the Badgers. And by the way, Nebraska in 7 straight overtimes has not scored a point.
How can that be?
Dating
back to 2015.
Would that be that every time they won the toss every time and went on defense and the other team scored and they couldn't score, they missed a field goal or what? I mean,
so there's been 1 missed field goal. There's been turnover on downs a couple times and like 3 or 4 interceptions also. Right. It's putrid. And by the way,
7 overtimes haven't scored. First and 10 for the 25.
Okay, but get this, in 7 overtimes they have 9 yards. Total. Nine
So
yards
no
in 7 overtimes.
No first downs. No first.
I think they have 1. They've gone backwards. They had negative 6 yards in this overtime period.
I read
4th and 16. To the 0 or 1.
Yeah, the 4th.
So what's Nebraska's record now? 5-6.
5-6. Yeah.
3-5. Yeah, 5-6 and 3-5 in the league.
Yep, that's what they're at. Okay, it is time for head scratchers. I was nervous about my voice here with the
I was,
I was nervous.
I still things to go
I
south
got
a little bit. For
got it.
Great, some great.
Sponsored by Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland and Highway 77. TreadCentralTirePros.com. Thousands of tire options there.
The tires are incredible. Right now, I look out the weather. I see the streets being wet. What do you need?
Safe tires. Safe
you need
tires.
safe tires.
Safe tires.
Save yourself right now. Get yourself down to Cortland. Get yourself tires. It's gonna be a rough winter. It's gonna be a rough winter, guys. You better buckle up for this one. And also just mention the ticket. You'll get a discount. How much? I'm not sure.
That's up to him to
It'll be
decide.
up to him. He's gonna handle it. Preston will handle it.
Preston.
Ron Preston.
Yes.
Head scratchers.
Okay. Can you imagine paying $1.8 million to get your ass kicked?
I can't imagine that.
I'm going
Bill.
to pay you to beat the crap out of me.
That's what happened.
$1.8 million
In Auburn.
New Mexico State beats Auburn by 21. Yeah. And I watched it, and it was just it was complete dominance by New Mexico State. Just complete dominance. New Mexico State was 25 and a hook dog. 25 and a hook and won by 21. That's a big switch.
31-10 final score.
That's a big switch. 46-point difference.
Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. Jerry Kill.
Fighting Jerry
Let's
Kills.
go.
The second one, which I'm like, well, there's nothing to watch late. There's no games to watch because it's going to be just horrible because Fresno at 8-2 is playing a like 2-9 or whatever. New Mexico, they're horrible. Just horrible team. New Mexico goes to Fresno, beats them. Beats Fresno at Fresno.
How did that happen?
25-17. And again, it was dominant beat. They ran the ball down their throat. It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
That's shocking.
So New Mexico beats Fresno State.
Wait a second. What a day for the state of New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's
incredible day.
That's not exactly a football haven down there.
And they just went to Auburn. How would anyone feel like that if you're like that right now? You're a writer for the University of Nebraska. We're going to play Auburn. What would your thoughts be?
Trouble.
Might be some trouble. Some good players. Don't forget, they just beat Arkansas the week before by like 30 at Arkansas. Just stomped Arkansas.
Stunning.
And then that happened.
There was a play in that game real quick in New Mexico that they got a pick. So Fresno's up 14-12. They throw a pick, and New Mexico goes like 30 yards back and fumbles it back to Fresno. I said, okay, that's what a 2-win team does. They have a great play, fumble it back. Nope. They still win the game. So shout out to New Mexico.
Yeah,
the Lobos.
The state of New Mexico.
It was awesome.
Yep. The next one, head scratcher. The loss was a little bit much, but Washington State 56, Colorado 14.
Oof.
And it was over. Just watching the game, you probably watched maybe a minute and a half. You're like going, oh, this is over. In a minute and a half.
They had 2 scooping scores. Yeah. Washington State.
It was, and then how they were on offense. The biggest thing I took away from Washington State was how are they 5-6? And if they started off really good, they were ranked.
They had lost 6 straight. They had lost 6 straight before
that. They lost 6 straight games, and they crushed Colorado. Absolutely crushed them.
Good job.
And so that was something.
56-14.
Yeah. Virginia with 2 wins beating Duke. Virginia beats Duke 30-27. UCLA, USC. UCLA had lost, I think, 3 in a row. They'd scored 7 points against U of A the week before.
Yikes.
They scored 38 against USC. 38-20. USC finishes 7-5. Preseason ranked number 6. preseason ranked number 6, 7-5 in the Pac-12. Then you have to give a shout out too. It's against my favorite staff, the University of Utah, but U of A 42, Utah 18.
Cam Rising's back for next year, though. Now he's coming back.
So U of A, I think, has won 4 or 5 in a row, I believe. They're a ranked team. So what Jed Fish has done has been remarkable there. But the state of New Mexico, the state of New Mexico, I can't imagine what that flight back was like from
both places,
from the plains.
We're rich. We won.
Just coming back on that plane, it'd have to be just for both places, just be incredible.
Well, yeah, and the New Mexico coach, I'm sure, was like, okay, well, New Mexico State won.
Yeah.
But we did too.
Yes, exactly. Of course, they'd be the SEC team.
Well, I mean, they would have been in a position if they would lose to Fresno State where everybody'd be talking about the other school. Not now.
Head scratchers.
Those are good head scratchers. What happened to Colorado? What happened? How do you lose 56-14 to a team that's lost 6 straight?
It was over right away. I mean, that was 28.
How do you get how do you allow 2 scooping scores?
It just when you're watching them play, and then obviously there's a lot. They're like, it's all offensive line. That's just a problem.
Yeah.
And they do have a problem there.
They've allowed 54 sacks. Colorado.
I'm going to say 30 of them are on the quarterback.
Oh yeah, you said that in the text.
I think 30 of them are on the quarterback.
On Shador.
Yeah, I mean he holds the ball forever. There's sometimes he has no place to go with it. I don't have 30. I'm going to say 25 of them are on the quarterback.
So that's offense that was high flying early on.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders, 6 for 10 passing, 86 yards and a touchdown.
Went out
hurt. And so
hurt.
But in the first quarter of this game, you mentioned all this. So there was a 15-yard touchdown run, a 40-yard scoop and score, and then a 98-yard kickoff return. It was 21-7 end of the first quarter.
Okay, I think they gave up 2 scoop and scores and a 98-yard kickoff return. That's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Come on.
I couldn't imagine what that locker room is like right now. That takes over as new 1A. Right now, it takes over as
Colorado
as new 1A for it. There's quite a play on there that was very interesting on a missed. Talk about like a karma type play. There was a play that the referee misses completely. Travis Hunter is in press coverage, and he takes the guy on an outside release and gets hands on him like that. And he takes him and runs him all the way off the field and like in through the Gatorade and presses him. I mean, it should have been easily. Everybody's just on the announcer like, how did that get missed? How did they miss that for that play? And they got into it there. They went face to face on some stuff right there. Then about a quarter later, same guy gets him for a big touchdown.
Karma.
Yeah, big touchdown. But how the play was missed by the officials is mind blowing.
Yeah,
how that happened.
Quick question before we get to break. This is partial FSP and partial head scratcher. Clemson stormed against North Carolina.
They did because I didn't put it. I didn't put it on there for that reason. I don't.
That's a little odd.
That's a head scratcher.
I didn't see it. I didn't see a team that won numerous national champions, and that would have been.
Scratcher.
That's a head scratcher.
I'm stunned by that.
Yeah,
31-20.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, that really throws me.
North Carolina's not undefeated. That's loss number 3.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Thank you. That was a little weird. Head scratcher. Sponsored by Treads Central Tire Pros. Go to treadscentraltirepros.com or visit them just south of Cortland on Highway 77. Get your tires for the winter. When we come back, Bill's Thrills and Song of the Day on Early Break in the Ticket.
Oh, I love Song of the Day.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken lips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Sunday morning. It's quiet. Not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up.
Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks, exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out on mynutritionauthority.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wind by the snow, watching for the snow. I've been thinking.
Once again, your song of the day, Riding the Storm Out by REO Speedwagon from 1973. 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
That was a different version than I've heard. Was that definitely REO?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
It's a great song. That's not like go to the text line. Text line, help us. Was that the version that was on the album?
I think it was.
I don't think so. I think you would. I don't know what that was. I like the song. I'm going to give it a good grade, Jake. But that's not the version that's not the traditional version. I'm going with that. See what the text line says.
Text line, do you agree with Sip that was not the correct version of that song?
I'm not saying it was incorrect. It's just not the version that was played on the radio. That is not the version that was played on the radio.
It sounded pretty
correct.
No, not on the version. No, there's no way.
Something sounded a little different.
Right. There's no way that was
okay. All right.
There's no way that was the version on the radio. 100%. I'm not even 99% sure of that. I'm a 100% sure.
100.
100.
What's your rate at Sip?
I'll give an 8.7.
8.7. Pretty high. I liked it. It's a song that falls back into my wheelhouse time wise and everything.
You drive to it.
Yeah, I would drive to that. I'd be more of a 7.229.
You drive to it.
7.229.
Yes.
I would not turn it off.
Would not turn it off. No, 100%.
Especially on a long drive.
Some ratings here before we get to Bill's Thrills. We got Eric, 2.2. John in Southeast Lincoln, 8.9. Says great stoner song in that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, do what
All
you
right,
gotta do.
John.
All right, get
cool,
down.
man.
Sure.
Mike and Dalton, 8.95. Jennifer, 9.5. Huppy, 9.5.
Whoa.
From Novotny Nutrition and Wellness.
Okay. They usually don't go that high. That's noted.
Matt, 7. Mike in Kansas says that's a 7.8. Who in Columbus?
Bird.
A 3 from Bird in Columbus. 3.
That's all he can muster.
3.
That's
I'm
pretty
down
low,
on that,
Bird.
That's Monday.
7.5 from Crawford. 8.1 Patrick in Norfolk. Ryan in California, 4.4. You got a guess on Corey in Lincoln. Yes, that Corey.
Bird's his friend. He gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Corey gave it a 3.
Bill, get a guess on Corey?
6.9.
2. So him and Bird.
I think they text each other.
Hey, what was your score?
Hey, I wouldn't. I would not have. I don't understand it. They're from Columbus. That's a Columbus song.
By the way, people are saying it sounded different. They're on your side there.
Yeah. It's not the one on the radio. That wasn't on the radio. That's not the version that was on the radio.
Did Jake play karaoke again? No, I did not play karaoke. That was REO.
That was definitely REO. I think it was
Yeah.
REO.
Sip will know this. It was on with those TV commercials I talked about. You could call in it, but there would be albums you could buy that were cover songs that were sang by someone else. Remember that? You could order them. It's a knockoff, and it'd be like all the songs that was sang by someone else.
Joe in Boulder says
back in the day
when I played there, that was That was the live version of the song from 73. The studio version was a hit in 81.
Oh.
So it came back 8 years later as a studio hit. That was the live studio. That was the live version, apparently. And the studio version or the studio hit was 81.
Nice.
I don't know. I guess it came back and revived it. Who knows?
Okay.
But thank you for your ratings on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers.
It was a good song.
Yeah.
Song of the day. Before we get to Bill's Thrills, you got to play a legal idea real quick. Then we'll get to some football facts here on a Monday.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, without further ado, it is time for Bill's Thrills Monday edition. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this
We
gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. They'll make you lots of money. Bill, the floor is yours. Is it Football Facts Day on a Monday?
It's Football Conversation Monday.
Ooh.
Football Conversation Monday. And again, I hope everyone's enjoying their free money that they got from Dirk, Scott, and Ty.
Yeah.
And then also tie that into Lee Sterling's wagering.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what? Then what happens?
Then they got a lot of money. Yeah, we talked about it on Friday. Just it's a ridiculous amount of money. There's a lot of people made probably over $100,000 this weekend.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool day for
It's
them.
a standard weekend. That's what
Standard
he said.
weekend.
Standard weekend.
Let's talk about the current coach of the year, football. The current coach of the year.
In
Who is it?
which league?
In which league? No, we're just talking overall. This is national.
Oh, college.
I'm taking college. Yes.
You're taking David Braun.
David Braun's my 1A.
Oh,
David
he's your
Braun,
1A.
1A. David Braun is 1A at
Okay, so who's
Northwestern.
one?
1A. No, that is one.
Oh,
1A.
okay.
Jesus. 1B will be 1A. A, B, C, D. If it's A.
You just said Jesus.
So that's like
You dropped a Jesus on me. Jesus.
Apologize for that. I apologize for that.
You'll be
Very-
going to church
Yeah.
again today.
Oh, actually, when I was at church on yesterday, I remember I talked about the band before. A different person came out of the band after church to come and say, "Listen to the show." His name is Bill. Bill listens to the show on the podcast in the afternoon or time. He crushed it singing live.
So there's people
yesterday.
listening.
There's people listening. That's why I said again. I didn't know the mics were on. I thought it was just three guys talking.
Just talking.
Yeah.
I'm heartened by this.
Heartened by this. So, yeah.
All right, go. Okay, so David Braun is your guy?
David Braun. That what they did in Northwestern is ridiculous.
Amazing.
Ridiculous. They stormed. Northwestern stormed
They
the
should have
field.
stormed. They're
Yeah,
eligible.
it storm. It was like a little streamline. It's like one little line of people came out onto the field. But they're going to a bowl game. They can beat Illinois. They might win 7 games. If they win out, they win 8 games.
Amazing.
They won 1 game last year, had their head coach fired, beloved head coach.
Scandal,
which is not even close to over. It's an incredible job. They held Purdue to 9 points. Purdue scored 49 against Minnesota the week before. 49 points. Incredible. 1B, who you got? Anybody got a guess?
1B on your coaches.
Yeah.
College.
I'm going to go with Jonathan Smith, possibly.
Really good, but not even close. Jerry Kill. Jonathan didn't make my list. Jerry Kill's.
I like
1B.
that.
Jerry
Really
Kill.
good, but not close.
Didn't make your
Yeah.
list.
Yes.
Didn't make his list.
Not bad.
Kill is
1B.
9-2, right?
What's that?
Is Kill 9-3?
8-3. 8-3.
8-3.
They played 13 games. They played Hawaii. 8-3. So, but he's got him in. Think about this. They just go to Auburn and beat Auburn for $1.8 million. Oh, and they're also in their first year in the league. They're in the championship game.
In the Conference USA.
Conference USA championship game.
Conference USA.
Unbelievable job. Next one for us.
They're
right?
not. Yeah, they're 9-3.
Amazing.
9-3.
9-3.
Oh, and they're getting votes in the top 25. New Mexico State.
I think they were 1-2, weren't they? Starting off the
Yeah.
season,
Oh,
they just bounced right back.
You want to hear about this one? Check this one
Wait
out.
a second. They were
guess
1-2.
Guess one of their losses is 2.
Massachusetts.
UMass.
Yeah, UMass.
First game of the
Right.
season. They
Remember
lose
we
to
were watching
UMass.
that?
We were watching it, yeah, because it's an early game.
I wrote off New Mexico
Yeah.
State.
No, unbelievable. So I said
They
that's why
lost
it's
to
1B.
UMass?
They
Yeah.
did. First game
On
of the
their
season.
home field, I think.
Imagine them right now being 9-2. They'd be a ranked football team.
Possibly,
9-2.
yeah.
Like that. Missouri. Drink.
Yep.
Drink.
Yeah.
He's got him at 9-2.
How about that?
He's got him at 9-2. Just beat
Beat
Florida. 9-2. Incredible job. Louisville. Brom. First year. Got him in the ACC championship game. They're 10-1, and their one loss is to Pitt. you imagine they have that? Imagine they're 11-0 right now.
Jeez,
unbelievable.
See, you can do it. You can go swing one. You can swing a program quick. You can do it.
Miami almost just put a Hail Mary on them too. They got close to a Hail Mary in that game.
He's been there 1 year in the AC championship game. It's incredible. West Virginia, Neil Brown. No one took more heat than Neil Brown did. It was like you're dead last. You stink. And they're just. And I think they're 7 or 8 wins. They're going to end up with an 8-win team. He pushed back very hard at the beginning of the season at the media days, because they're like, oh, so it's just like, what week do you think you're going to get fired? You think you get fired week 3, week 4, you get fired? The dude just did nothing but won. And another one that should be probably up even higher like that is UNLV and Coach Odom.
Yes.
I mean, UNLV is on top. They just beat Air Force. They're leading by themselves the Mountain West Conference. UNLV.
And 9-2, right?
Has a chance to be Mountain West champions. It's never happened.
UNLV's atop the Mountain West.
They're 9-2.
And one loss was to Michigan.
Yes. Yeah, they're 9-2.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out there. That's good conversation. I love guys like Neil Brown. He was written off for dead, and he overcame it.
It's done an unbelievable job. They're scoring points. I would always look for coaches. Who's doing the most with less? I don't get overly excited.
Well, Jerry Kill's doing a lot with
less. I've been.
What they look? Oh, now hold on a second. On New Mexico State, what do they look? They must have some dudes.
Yeah, would you watch them play? Yeah,
they must have some.
When you watch them play, you're not going like, oh wow, they look the part. I mean, they do.
They have some linemen.
If you're playing them right now, if they were coming to town this week to play at Nebraska, you'd be like, we've got concerns, obviously. And like, hey, these guys are pretty well coached. Yeah. They do this. Yeah. They do this. All those little things.
And how's Jerry's health?
Very good. I spoke with him. It's been a few weeks now since we last spoke, but it really got himself turned around with the medication he's on.
Okay.
But now he's now into this deal where he just does it, where he sleeps roughly 8 to 10 hours a day.
He does.
Where before he was sleeping 4 hours like a normal coach. You weren't sleeping. So now he's just like, we're not doing that. The only way I can maintain my health is to sleep. So he sleeps.
Because his health was a major issue.
That's why he left Minnesota. That's what it was. From the seizures.
Now, this is a great story. What they're doing.
It's an incredible story. So I was like, who did less with more? I mean, did anyone think that Northwestern would win more in 2 games?
No. Think about, can you guys think back to our conversations in the summertime when all this was going on with Northwestern? And we thought they'll win 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 if they're very lucky. Yeah. Our summer conversations were extremely gloom and doom toward Northwestern, as were everybody.
Also, it was
everybody.
Understandably so.
Yeah. I go, it's really hard for those coaches because I don't know what will happen on the staff, but really hard for those coaches to be, okay, we got a coach all year, but we're fired at the end of the year. Now they're not fired.
No.
Now whether he sticks with every single coach, I don't know that. There's usually he might be okay making a couple changes. Who knows? All I'm saying is the story, taking that team of Northwestern and getting on a plane and flying wherever you fly to for a bowl game is just incredible.
Monumental.
Yeah, monumental.
David Braun is one.
It goes down. Be honest with you, this impresses me more than Northwestern going to the Big Ten championship game. It really does. This impresses me.
It's probably true
for what they came through.
Expectations
for a head coach who's never coached a Division I before, came up as a D coordinator. Been there for about 3 months. Oh, now you're the head coach.
It's a fascinating story.
Absolutely.
I mean, what did they win last year? 1? Did they win 1 last year?
Northwestern?
Yeah,
1-11. Nebraska, and they lost every game the rest of the way.
That's right, 1-11. Now, how do you feel for your Fitz? I think you'd have mixed emotions because I think you'd feel good on one hand. On the other hand, you'd be like, man, what was I not doing?
And then the teams that caught them right now, the teams they lost to, that would be if they caught them now, it'd be harder. I told Jake that the other day. I said, if you played Northwestern next week, this is not the same Northwestern team that Nebraska played 4 weeks ago.
I mean, for one thing, Nebraska
Bryant was playing.
Yeah, they got the backup quarterback.
Yeah, and they were just kind of trying to figure things out a little bit. Yeah. And they just got better, and so it's just like I said, just incredible coaching that you have to look at. You have to look at from the top. But who's doing less with more?
Always
New Mexico State, Northwestern, all those things. Missouri, where you say, hey, Missouri, list every team in the SEC.
Yeah, you forget
Missouri's like 10th.
Think about what Missouri's doing and what Jimbo couldn't do at A&M. What Missouri's doing and what Jimbo couldn't do. That hurts. That hurts.
I just looked up UNLV. You mentioned Barry Odom and the job he's done. There are 2 losses, again, at Michigan and at Fresno State.
And
that's it.
Oh, and by the way, remember
That's
I told you the Fresno's the one where the guy dropped the ball right in his face?
Yes.
Would have forced overtime. I mean, hit him right in the face.
So they could have had 1 loss at Michigan. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's Barry Odom, the former Missouri coach?
That's correct.
Yes.
Barry Odom.
That's him.
Because Missouri's had some good coaches come down the pipe.
What a job by those guys.
After Pinkel.
And I love Neil Brown. Just the fact that they were just
Fought.
when he came, kind of those like when he came in, it's like, hey, last Big 12 media day, huh?
Yeah.
I
guarantee you
it was. It was like, whew, keep in touch. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. And next week.
That's Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Top of the hour next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havilah. This week's special through November 21st is buy one, get one free on 4-ounce filet mignons. And bring on the holiday cheers with 15% off all wine, beer, and spirits. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by early 2024. And what is Steve Schindler's special today, Bill?
Well, Sippy missed out. He had open mic comedy on Friday.
Yeah, he did.
Open mic comedy.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, great. Let people come in and perform and do
It's
that.
just at the bank.
Yeah. Well, Steve wanted to start the giving early. So today's pancake feed. They're having a pancake. They're having a pancake feed.
God.
And Schindler will be the ones making the pancakes, all free of charge. And there's also going to be hickory smoked sausage.
Oh,
yes.
I'm there.
So you have a pancake
I'm there.
feed, hickory smoked, and everyone.
Are you going?
And
up there?
I'm moving up.
I'm going crazy, man.
And also like that, when you come in, he makes the pancakes only when you come in. So there's no like, yeah, just go over there. They're on the they're in the heater.
This is fresh.
No, they come out right away.
Boom.
So it's like this, like, hey, you want a pancake? Yeah, hang on, I'll make you one. Because we both know what's pancake take. A couple minutes, minute.
I don't know.
Not very long.
Not very long. Pancakes.
Okay,
not
what time we start serving? What's these?
Right away. They're out the gate. 8:01. They're open.
8:01.
8:01. They're open.
How long is he going?
All day. It's all day. You can come back twice. I mean, there's no. How many times you want to come back? If you want to eat at breakfast, come back at lunch, come back right at the end of the day.
Think about that.
Going all day.
If you got a case of the Mondays, just go in to the bank and get some pancakes.
He's set up. He's actually going to do the pancakes, obviously, right there out in the lobby, which is incredible. Then he can still do his loans in his office.
And so
you don't want to get his office tied
He's
up.
got a little time.
Does he have tables set up where you can just sit down and eat?
Yes, table. And then here's where he felt when I talked to him last night how they separate themselves, and it's a big thing for me. Is that the syrup will be heated.
And probably multi flavors.
Yes, multi flavors.
Probably, definitely.
Blueberry.
Steve Schindler.
They will. They'll have multi flavors. I don't buy into that. I'm maple only.
Ooh, I'm not. I'm blueberry.
I'm with Bill on that.
I'm blueberry.
Yeah, I'm maple only.
I'm blueberry.
I won't touch one. I'd knock it out of your hand. I'd knock it out of your hand. I would.
Don't knock it out. Do not knock it out of my hand.
We will throw hands. You know what maple syrup is? To us, to me and Jake. It's our 1A. What's your one?
And blueberry is like not even listed at all. It's not even a number.
It is.
But heated.
I will even eat.
I'm telling you right now. I lose my mind when I go to a restaurant and they give you syrup and it's cold syrup. I'm just like, well, what is this? No, heat the syrup. I have to have heated syrup.
Come back and try it again.
Come back and try
start
it
over here.
All right. So Shin Daddy
is
serving pancakes pretty soon here.
Yeah, pretty soon, like 8:01. Yes. I also have another method too that I always put when I get the new pancake. When I get butter, I put butter on the plate. and the pancake goes on top of the butter. Melts it way better.
There's the strategy.
And then to try to swab it around.
Yeah.
Put it on the bottom. That way it melts much better.
Not a bad idea.
Midwest Bank pancake feed Creighton today. Get up there, Steve Schindler. He's the man.
Do some business too while you're in there.
That's right.
Get a loan.
464-5685. Call or text as always. Get back to Nebraska. A 24-17 loss at Wisconsin on Saturday. One game left for sure. Nebraska 5-6 heading into the Iowa game here in Lincoln. As I said this morning, the point spread, it's a push. There's no spread either way at this point. It's a pick'em game
how about that?
as of right now.
How about that?
For Friday in Lincoln. And this is what we feared. If you go back to late October, end of October, Nebraska has beaten Purdue 31-14. And it's get one more win. And we talk about the West is another thing. Why you're bowl eligible. And
the West was what was still for the taking all the way up until kind of the miracle finish by Iowa. And then Nebraska was which
hats off to the Hawkeyes.
Yes. But anyway, it was Nebraska was in it until like 4:00 on Saturday.
They were.
Yep.
You
4:00 on Saturday.
Because Illinois was leading
the game. And you're probably going like, hey, they win this one. We go out and take care of our business. We're playing them for everything.
This could
now,
get
that
funky.
had no variables in the game because I was the way Nebraska started. Nothing to do with it. But Nebraska was in conversation up for the West Championship up to within 1 week. 1 week. They're in the conversation.
So Jake, we talk about this summer. What if it comes down to Iowa?
Kind of knew it would, though. You kind of and they were 5-3. They were 5-3. You went to Michigan State, who had lost 6 straight games, and you lose that game 20-17. You lose to Maryland, who had lost 4 straight games, 13-10. You lose to Wisconsin, who lost 3 straight. This month, you snapped a combined 13-game losing streak to 3 opponents, 6-4-3.
Great.
Now you have the Iowa game to get to a bowl game. And now I'm curious, Bill, you would know, you've been obviously in a lot of locker rooms, but how tight will this team be in terms of nerves compared to if they had just won the game and been bowl eligible versus knowing they have to win to get to the postseason?
It's quite a psychological
I think you just go back to the Luke Fickell interview after the game. He was like, we got ours done. Yep. Yes, we want to beat Minnesota's on, but we have Minnesota doesn't have it. We have it. That was a big deal because all of a sudden, if they don't go to a bowl game, you can just see on his face the relief. So having that relief would be something to have it done, to have it put away, and just you a little more relaxed, be able to go play.
Here's the deal. You know what? It might come down to something like what happened to Wisconsin. They needed a play. They needed that 4th down stop early in the second quarter to kind of get them going. Maybe that's what Nebraska will need against Iowa. Just something happens like that. Here's the thing, though. It happened for Nebraska early. Chubba got them going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like Farley was saying, Terrell Farley's out there working. Like if you give your defense a 14 you spot. I mean, you say, come on, we just gave you 14 defense. That should be enough.
Against an offense that had been struggling. That offense was not doing well for Wisconsin.
Right. 17 should be enough too. I mean,
should be enough.
Yeah, it should be enough.
That's a Wisconsin team that had basically 3 points the previous week. They scored a touchdown late to lose 24-10. They basically had 3 points against Northwestern at home.
They didn't have Allen.
And you were up 14-zip on there.
They only had Allen for 3 plays against Northwestern. Allen wasn't
a huge.
Wasn't healthy. Okay. He's 22 for 62 in this game.
So 2.8 yards.
Yeah, not great. But they had him. Yeah. And he is a difference when he's out there. But anyway, no, they're not great offensively.
I was just
they're
shocked.
Not great offensively.
No, I was shocked by the talent level of Wisconsin on defense.
You didn't see it.
Just nothing.
You didn't see it.
Front wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad front, but like I said, they struggle.
They're just okay.
They can't run for what they previously looked like. They just don't. They don't have the same. So I was like, so when you just watched the Chubba's run, I mean, right away when you were watching it, go like, great run. Then you watch the plays. It was almost like Wisconsin was just falling over. It was just it really was. Weird. It was such bad defense. No, he made him look bad.
He ran by guys. Chubba's not super fast.
No, he's not.
No, he looked super fast on that play.
He did that play. Yeah. He has a lot of ability with his feet. He does. Keeps plays alive. But it was shocking to see the other side of the ball. And then that's when I was watching the game. I go, there's no way that Wisconsin can stop them. I said they can't stop them.
But then they did.
After the first 2 scores.
But then Nebraska went, I'm going to say 7 straight possessions, Jake, without without
correct.
scoring.
That is correct.
After Nebraska got 14, Nebraska went 7 straight possessions without scoring, 5 punts.
One of those was, again, the one that was the 4th down stop downs, and then you had 5 of the next 6 were punts. They had a missed field goal to end the first half.
Right.
But 4 straight punts to start the second half.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about drives, 2 plays, -3 yards. No, that's not right.
Sat tried some. Go ahead, Jake.
They didn't do anything at all.
Satterfield tried some trick plays that were peculiar to me at peculiar times. I would say just run the ball on first down. Don't jack around with stuff behind the line. That's just me. That's just conservative 57-year-old Sipple. Watched football my whole life. I'm pretty conservative. I just keep it on the ground there. Don't jack around with the ball behind the line of scrimmage. You can move these guys. You can run on them. But they weren't. I mean, it wasn't like the ground game was consistent. They did pretty well. What are the rushing numbers, Jacob?
Nebraska ran the ball for these numbers. Nebraska had 195 yards rushing.
Just run it.
Purdy had 105. Emmett Johnson 13 for 50.
That's
Anthony Grant 12 for 45. And Lloyd had the -5 yard run.
Nebraska's running backs. I mean, I'm not saying they're all Big Ten running backs, but they run hard. These guys run hard. I love Grant and Emmett Johnson, and I would say just lean on them a little bit more. We're going to have to against Iowa. Or just pull the kitchen sink out. Now, the question I have about Nebraska is how badly do they want a bowl? How badly do they want it? Because they need it. Because they need it. The program needs. I believe that. Now, you could push back on that and say, why? Why does it matter going to it? It matters.
It matters. Yeah, it definitely matters.
Yeah.
Well, think about that. We talked about
it matters a lot.
The next season schedule is the first 7 games look like they're all winnable.
Gettable.
Now, again, you're not going to win the West, but if you get to a bowl game, you can say, oh, we find in the year 1, we snapped this ugly skid of 7 years of no bowl game.
That's the reason enough to want to go.
Exactly.
That's plus then you get the practices.
Yep.
Right.
Maybe win the bowl game.
And now
7-6.
Some people have said, well, those practices don't mean a lot. Yeah, they do. They do mean a lot. And it's a cumulative effect too. I mean, Wisconsin has 90 plus practices on you over the last whatever years. You know, that they have an advantage.
It's an advantage.
Yeah, you can't keep surrendering that advantage to you. And I just don't like the idea of Memorial Stadium being dark in December. Just dark. Just nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
For
You got that
year.
big, beautiful complex with a big, beautiful training facility, dark. No, you don't want it dark. You want it alive.
Yeah, in a month that's been really disappointing with the losses. Again, we pointed out Michigan State, Maryland, Wisconsin.
100,
those
Jake.
are all three. All
100.
3 of those are disappointing losses the way they happen.
Yeah.
And the way those teams were playing coming into those games against Nebraska, those were bad losses.
And we've been through this close game thing before. They're playing teams close.
We're sick of that.
Frost played teams close.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
So don't just see. Here's the thing, though. This is where I think of Bill when I have these moments. There's a big difference. Now, this is just Sipple's idle thoughts. There is a big difference between getting close and winning.
Yes.
Get over the hump, man.
But it takes a lot.
That's the conversation.
It takes a lot.
Will be this Friday. It's like, it's going to be close. There's no chance it's not close. No chance at halftime you're going like,
it's over.
No.
Either
way, no chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
But you have to be able to close the deal, and it's so hard to do.
It is.
It's so hard to do. Jake, you got to close deals all the time.
Yep.
Not easy sometimes.
It's not easy, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
I think they'll see a very motivated Iowa team. I think it's off air. When did I say that, Jake? Someone had reached out and said, do you think they will, sit
what motivates Iowa?
Will sit some of their stars. Like, no, they're very motivated. They want to win 10 wins. They want 10 wins, have themselves right going into that championship game, everything like that. They're very motivated. If you're a coach like that, if you're on that Iowa staff and you lost in Nebraska last year, they cost you from going to the Big Ten championship game.
Thanks a lot, Bill. You motivated Iowa.
With that, but I'm just saying it's going to be.
No, you're right though.
That you'll get you will not get a. And like someone said, well, they sit there. I'm like, no. They will be playing their tails off.
Here's a question for Jake:
Sorensen.
Don't, and Bill too. I mean, but Jake's more crowd oriented. Don't let Iowa fans stream into that stadium, please.
Nebraska fans will show up. They'll be there. Nebraska fans are going to show up for this game, but we point out the weather's going to be like about 34 degrees, potential snow on Friday.
One last chance to go to a bowl. I hope Nebraska fans show up loud.
Now, in 2019, this same situation happened here where Iowa was playing good football. Nebraska needed a bowl. They were 5-6 going in. 2019, Frost's second year. Nebraska needs a win to get to the bowl game. They have the ball at midfield, Nebraska does, with a minute 20 to go. And Iowa somehow wins that game in regulation with the field goal.
Nebraska jacked around with the clock in that game, too.
They had a
jack around.
Iowa hits a deep pass, gets in field goal range, and they win. And the kicker blows kisses to the sideline.
It was awful.
It was horrible. Because you thought we need a field goal to get to the bowl game. We have it. We're at midfield. We're moving the ball. They jacked around.
Yeah.
Iowa gets the ball back in a punt. They move it this way. Big pass play. And
horrifying.
You missed the bowl game, and Iowa fans were just in heaven.
Yeah, they were. And they were in there, too.
Let that happen again.
Yeah, they were in there. They were in the stadium, too. Now, that was a 2:30 game, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah,
2:30. It will be interesting because I think Steve Sipple, you told me the last home game that was Maryland. That there was a lot. Everyone knows this. There are a lot of empty seats. Whatever was scan going in was
a lot empty.
And kind of
don't have that this week.
What's it going to be like on a Friday after Thanksgiving? 11 a.m. kick and cold.
Get in there.
Maybe snow.
Yeah. Now it's not. Now, the 11 a.m. kickoff might dissuade some Iowa fans from coming over. Maybe. I don't know though. They got to be jacked up over in Iowa City, I would think.
Absolutely.
I would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As of right now, I'm checking my forecast. 32 degrees is the high on Friday. The high.
It's gonna be cold. Now wait a second.
No, is there snow chance? I don't see a snow chance.
You see
anymore.
some sunshine by it.
No, it says cloudy.
Okay.
It says cloudy all day.
What about this week? Are we going to see sun at all? Am I going to see any sun?
Wednesday's your best chance for sun. That's the highest.
We're in it.
57.
We are in. We are in it.
It's winter.
Yeah, we are here. We are in it.
Arrived.
Yeah. We all got the crud. Nebraska's sub 500. And we're in it.
Yeah. But the thing is that Matt Rule is so, and he deservedly so, is so high on Nebraska for the undefeated October, the first time in 22 years. If they have a win this November to follow that, this offseason is going to be terrible. Even with a wonderful schedule to start off next season and seeing opportunities,
this is important.
You don't want to wait that long.
This is a really important game, and Saturday was really important. Ah, dang it! Yeah, they need it, and you just know it's going to be a brutal bloodbath. And if you're going to win, you're going to have to beat them. They're not going to give it to you, probably. Iowa doesn't do that.
No.
Can't you say that maybe that's the best quality that Iowa has? They don't give you much.
No.
If anything.
They do a great job of they're not really controlling the ball, but they just play within themselves.
Yeah.
They're so comfortable in close games.
Isn't that
they thrive in close games. Absolutely.
They're like, all right, down 3, down 2. We're good. We're good.
Isn't that the best compliment you can almost the best compliment you can give Iowa? You're going to have to beat them. They're not going to give it to you.
Yeah. Iowa on Saturday had a 167 through the air and 114 on the ground. So they almost had 300 yards, 281.
Great.
That's pretty good for them. They had a game with 127 they won this year.
Yeah.
Yards. It's incredible. So
I got to look at them.
11 a.m. kickoff.
I mean, the running backs concern me a little bit. That Caleb Johnson got loose.
Yep.
He got loose for that. He can do that. He can pop one.
I was just shocked with they didn't run the ball better against, because Illinois they gave up 45 the week before
to Purdue.
No,
Indiana.
Oh,
Indiana.
God. Okay.
Indiana.
Yeah, what am I thinking?
Gave up 45 in overtime.
Iowa,
Illinois won 45 to. So I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought Iowa would score 24.
Yeah.
27.
Caleb Johnson had 10 carries for 53 yards, the 30-yard scamper for the win, and then LaShawn Williams 16 for 54. So
those two guys aren't bad, Jake.
They're not bad.
Those two guys are all right. You can't let one of those guys get loose.
When we come back, there was some good news. Fred Hoiberg's squad's off to a good start.
Jeez.
Bill, 5-0, and they walloped Oregon State in Sioux Falls. We'll break that down next. Early break in the ticket.
Awesome.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our Black Friday Blitz. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, November 20th through Monday, November 27th, the Black Friday Blitz is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The holidays are drawing closer, and there's not many things better than getting the gift of relaxation. Not just for yourself, but for anyone in your life. During November, for every service you get at the Body Shop, you get entered into their drawing for a free massage gift certificate equal to your last service. This goes all the way to the week before Christmas, so book your appointments now at thebodyshoplincoln.com and treat yourself and loved ones today. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get to Husker Hoops in a second. Good reminder before we got back on the air, Sip. Dino Babers, your friend, your chain-smoking friend from Syracuse, has been let go by the Orange.
So you wonder right away you did see Tony White's name on a couple lists. You know, they throw out names, journalists throw out names. He was on there. Tony White was on there. Babers was making $4.1 million. $4.1 million. So he's out.
Your friend.
I felt that
he chain smokes.
I was shocked there if there was. I talked to Jake about this earlier. If there was going to be firings, that it would have been more yesterday, because you're going to try. Because if you know you're letting him go, you want to let him go before the last game because you want to start to get the process going. That's kind of where they're at. That's what A&M did. That's what schools did. To be like, hey, we got the process going.
A&M open. Syracuse open. Michigan State open.
Michigan been open. Northwestern not open. Boise State is open. They opened up. They just let their coach go. There's someone else. Anyway, my point is, generally, with one game to go, it's like, hey, we're making a move. We're making a move, just so everyone knows.
I wonder if teams would make a move today.
Yeah. Could still happen.
Tomorrow.
Could still happen. Or like today or tomorrow. Like
Mississippi State open, by the way.
Mississippi State, yeah. So there'll be some things that'll happen.
Yeah.
I would think. But there's not a lot where you just go, how's it? Dana Holgorsen in Houston is the one I keep hearing that is in a severe hot spot.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
See, Jimbo and Holgorsen are two of my all-time favorites.
rough year for Sip and his favorite coaches.
Yes.
Okay, but Dino Babers, your boy, out at Syracuse. I want to take you back to Saturday real quick because I'm in Madison as a Sip, but I'm at the Jordan's Big Ten bar right by the stadium.
Nice.
And
nice. Good job.
Nebraska basketball is playing on Peacock.
Were you watching it?
No, I was on a phone because obviously at the bar they don't care about Nebraska basketball or they don't have Peacock. So I'm watching Iowa, Illinois football. I'm watching some other game, Notre Dame against Wake Forest. And on this phone, we have Nebraska, Oregon State playing at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, which was an absolute butt kicking by the Huskers. Now, Oregon State has not been good the last year or two, but still, Nebraska up 20 at halftime.
Over
44-24, they pull away. They win 84-63. Some stats this game. Bryce Williams, the Charlotte transfer, 25 points. 9-17, 25 points. Rick Mass, his third double-double of the season already. 15 points, 13 boards. Jawan Gary off the bench, double-double. 12 points, 10 rebounds. They're doing this without Tominaga really even being a huge factor so far. Missed the first two games, was okay in game 3 or 4. He only has 6 shots, makes 8 points on Saturday, but they appear to be a pretty deep team.
Fred put a lot around Tominaga. There's a lot of good shooters on that team. There's so many you kind of forget. But Bryce Williams, his last 3 halves have been spectacular. His last 3 halves. Bryce Williams is a shooter. He's a pure shooter. Mass can shoot.
He can.
Wilcher's, he's hot and cold, but he's got a beautiful shot. Good looking shot. Left-handers usually look good shooting it, by the way.
It is.
They
smooth.
Do. Lefties usually look
Michael
good.
Red.
Yeah. What other shooters are around Tominaga? You'd say Jamarcus Lawrence can stroke it. He hasn't shot it well.
Start
yeah,
so
he hasn't
far.
shot it well so far this year, but he's a good shooter. He can shoot.
Yep.
I mean, I always say I don't care if you're a shooter. I don't care if you go 13 games without shooting well. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. You know a shooter. You know a shooter when you see one. Sometimes they go through some rough patches. Jamarcus Lawrence just needs to keep shooting. Who else is shooting? Mass shoots it well.
Hoiberg shoots it pretty well.
Sam Hoiberg shoots it. He's a shooter. They got a bunch of shooters. Fred did two
Eli
good
Rice
things.
can shoot too.
Yeah, Fred did two good things. He put a lot of shooters around Tominaga, so it'll take a lot of pressure off of Tominaga. Also, the front court's pretty good. Now, you got to see how it is. They're out rebounding teams by a lot. Now, you got to see how that front
they were
court.
plus 13 on rebounds against Oregon State. Again, Mast and Gary, those guys are and Alec is also a good rebounder too.
That's your front court. Mast, Gary, and Alec. And that's pretty good. I think he's fortified it.
This game, it was 17-15. And Nebraska went on like a 15-16-0 run and to put the game away in the first half.
The other thing Fred's done is built depth. He hasn't had a lot of depth where there's past years, guys, when if they had one injury or two injuries, you were like, okay, soup. Not now. You can afford some injuries now.
Well, again, Tominaga doesn't play the first two games.
Right.
Jawan Gary didn't play the first two games because suspension. And
the big man, Blaze Keita.
Blaze Keita is probably going to play the whole season. We'll see what happens
We'll see what happens there, but they're okay. They're okay.
I mean, towards the end of the year, what was Hoiberg playing? 30 minutes?
He played a lot.
He played a lot.
He played a lot.
He played 11. Played well, had a couple, made some, but he went from 30 minutes to 11. That's actually a good thing.
It's a good thing.
For Nebraska.
He's a demon off the bench.
He is. He fits off the bench. He's a really good player,
Yeah.
but that means obviously your depth. You have more players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you saw the first two games when Tominaga didn't play. They brought Eli Rice, played a lot of minutes. He had some points. He played 2 minutes against Oregon State. 2. And he didn't play much the game before.
Did you guys
he can score.
Yeah. Did you guys notice yesterday there's a zillion basketball games on TV? I mean, there was a zillion.
Yeah.
I found myself watching Liberty in Vermont.
What?
And the guy said, these guys are very similar. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know the difference.
No difference. I have no idea. Which one's Vermont? Which team's Vermont?
Change up the players. I wouldn't know
I
it.
had no idea. Change the halftime match.
There was a zillion games on yesterday. It's honest. Yeah. Oops. You got to start watching, Bill. You watch Hoops.
No, not really.
Well, you were last year. You're watching them.
I watched Nebraska.
You were watching a weird tournament last year.
I watched Creighton. Jay cased me to say that, but I'll watch Creighton play. I'll watch some other games.
I respect it. It's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, Nebraska's doing. That got your attention.
Best
Oregon
start
State.
since 2008 for Nebraska basketball. 5-0. They played Duquesne, who's
They're
good, a decent A-10 team.
They are
on Wednesday, 7 p.m. PBA.
Ooh, that might be a game to go to.
That might be one.
I am going to that game.
Yeah.
My first.
I bet you'll be
appearance.
there, won't you, Sip?
I don't know.
No chance. There's zero chance. I don't know. There's zero chance.
Duquesne is pretty good though.
That'll be a tight game.
Yeah. Duquesne will be a test, I think.
Then they have Cal State, Fullerton, and then Creighton is the Sunday.
Why do you doubt they'll be there? Because I got the crud?
No, you're just not.
Even if I didn't have the crud.
No matter what, you'd be the best shape of your life. No chance you're going.
So, again, shout out to
well.
Nebraska basketball. 84-63. 84-63 winners in Sioux Falls over Oregon State. 5-0. Nebraska basketball.
There's going to be some tests. I mean, talk to me when they play Kansas State.
Yep.
Talk to me when they play Creighton.
K-State's got 2 losses already.
Yeah, I watched them against Miami.
They lost
yesterday.
to Miami.
Yeah, they got beat big. Miami beat them pretty bad yesterday.
You were watching some ball. Yeah. Liberty, Vermont, Miami, Kansas State.
You couldn't get away from it.
NFL's on. He's going to watch basketball instead.
Can I bring something up with the NFL?
Yes, real quick.
And here,
please.
Yes, bothers me.
What do you got, Bill?
And I just wasn't there to manipulate it. We have that, I think it's through YouTube, that whatever, so we can get any game you want.
That thing through YouTube. Is it a Sunday ticket?
Sunday ticket. We have that. So
okay,
it's not
Boomer.
a big deal.
Boomer.
I really don't watch it. Again, I had the crud. So anyway, I have the ability to get it. But it's NFL in the second games. There's only one game on in Lincoln. One game. That was it.
Was that the Bills? Was that the Bills and Jets?
Bills Jets. That was it.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right. That's when I was watching basketball.
I'm like, one game? That's it? I mean, I didn't feel like getting the app out and going through all the stuff you have to do to get there because Leighton kind of runs it for us. Leighton comes over at that. But also, it wasn't anybody I really wanted to see either. It wasn't like, oh, man, I got to see this game. So
that was it. I noticed that too.
I was like, one game on? That's it?
Bills Jets.
That was a horrible game. The Jets are an absolute train wreck at quarterback. They don't know if he's going to start this week. If Zach Wilson starts against Miami.
You see Zach Wilson,
he fell down.
He was jogging backwards.
I felt so bad for him.
Down.
He's backpedaled onto the field and falls down. It's like, oh no.
Oh no.
I noticed that too, Bill. That was interesting.
By the way, if you went to bed early last night, you might have missed the Broncos came back and beat the Vikings 21-20. The
Vikings had 3 turnovers.
They did.
3 turnovers.
They had a very they ran Josh Dobbs as a running back on a pitch early on, and he got absolutely rocked and fumbled because it was a stupid play call.
Interesting.
Came back, he's fine after that. But they had Madison had a horrible fumble. And the running back had a bad fumble that kind of changed the tide.
Yeah, they were driving the ball. They had a field goal kind of in the bag.
Right. And he fumbled it. Just a horrible
pops
fumble.
out. They don't fumble the ball. They don't ever lose that game.
The Broncos, buddy.
Broncos are 5-5. They were dead. They were 1-5. And they beaten the Chiefs. They beaten they beat a hot Vikings team. Had won 5 straight games.
I'll be damned.
Shout out to Denver, 21-20, big win last night for them.
What's our weather today, Jake? We have state championship games.
Yes, we do. And
looking outside, it's not good.
Today's weather, Bill, it's going to stop raining by about 10 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
But the high today is 47. And
Okay.
we will
That's not bad.
We will have
not bad.
A game on the ticket. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman, Class B state finals tonight. Bennington and Scott Catholic, 7 p.m. pregame, 7:15 kickoff.
Okay.
Bennington and Omaha Scott Catholic tonight. And we have like 3 games tomorrow.
Yeah, if you ever hear Jay and Nick
Big Swim.
Sainert, Big Swim, they're really good. They're really
Check
good
it out
here.
tonight.
Yeah, really
Check it
good.
So, Class B tonight. It is time for the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-568-5. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Speaking of the high school finals, we got high school finals team nicknames. These are schools in the finals.
Jeez.
Class A to Class C2. I'm not going D1, D2. I'm going Class A to C2.
Yeah, I think you'll surprise yourself.
Do you think you know the nicknames of schools here in Nebraska, high school football?
This could be embarrassing. There's people listening from these high schools.
And these are teams playing for all
We're not
Marbles.
down on them, but yes.
464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Trivia. Bill got the win, by the way. Sip on Friday and Film
Oh, he
Friday.
did?
Yeah. No Lifeline. It was Steve Martin trivia, and he won. On
It
Steve
had to go to
Martin.
overtime.
It did.
I was up 2-0 and went to overtime.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you got it, though.
Yeah, got
That's
it
right.
done.
It's not easy to close out those wins.
No.
We have Craig. Craig, how do you feel about Nebraska high school nicknames today?
Oh, fair to moderate.
Fair to moderate. Fair to moderate. Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question as always. Sip, first question. Oh, sorry. No, this is for Craig. Craig, first question goes to you. Craig, Ord is in the Class C2 finals for high school football. What is Ord's nickname?
Broncos?
No.
Got it, Sip. You got to know it. Steal it.
If I'm wrong about this, I'd be very surprised. The Chanticleers.
Brilliant. Just like Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers is correct.
That's a
1-0.
big win. Now we can take a 2-0 lead.
All right.
That's the way
1-0 lead for Sip.
Simple math.
Sip, first question. Wahoo is in the C1 finals for high school football. What is Wahoo's nickname?
Need Bill on this one. I mean, it's right up the road. How do I not know this? Wahoo. The Wahoo.
It's going to talk it out here.
Warriors.
Yes.
Warriors,
yes.
I guess?
Good job. You want the daddy.
Shin
Daddy and you, Daddy. Good job.
I took it just off the W.
You did.
I did.
Good job.
Yes. Wahoo Warriors is correct. Bill is out, but he helped you out. 2-0 lead to stay alive. Last question, Craig. Bennington is in the Class B finals for high school football. What is Bennington's nickname?
Badgers.
Ooh, brilliant. Bennington Badgers.
All right, it just got real. It just got real.
Craig just dug in.
Sip for the win. Bill's out, so it's all you. If you miss this, Craig can steal and go to the tiebreaker. Elkhorn South is in the Class A finals for high school football. What is Elkhorn South's nickname?
It's a relatively new school.
It is. That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Definitely new school.
Relatively new school. Yeah, sure is.
But you're good teachers.
Elkhorn South. River Monsters. There's an river.
Look at Sip. Look at Bill's face. He's like, come on, man.
Well, I'm not down on that one.
Craig, you got to have this to get the tiebreaker. What is Elkhorn South's nickname?
Storm.
No way.
Brilliant. All right. Now this goes
No
to
shot
you.
on that one.
On Friday, the caller went over, gave the number. So today that's for you, Sip.
Great.
And Craig will go over under that number.
Don't give me the population of Elkhorn.
Nope, it's not. Okay, Sip. Omaha West Side has allowed 6 points so far through 3 playoff games.
Jeez.
How many points have they scored through 3 playoff games?
Okay, 3 playoff games.
They've allowed 6 points. How many points have they scored this postseason? This is for Sip.
Steve.
119.
Okay. 119
like the
over
number.
under that, Craig, for the win.
Under.
How about this? 144 points.
144 and 6.
Yeah.
So they're one of the best teams
Probably
in
should
state
be.
history.
I'm saying we're probably going to favor. Probably favor.
And Elkhorn South was the 3 seed. And Millard South got upset. So, it could be an ugly finals. Craig is gone. Thank you, Craig. Here's your scores
whipped out
of Omaha West Side. Okay, they win the first game 54-6 over Creighton Prep. Then they beat Bellevue West, who, by the way, has Daniel Kalin and the 2 receivers going to Nebraska, 49 Nathan. And then they beat Millard West, 41 Nathan. That's
they're saying they're one of the best teams in state history.
Well, the numbers sure say it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got three guys go to Nebraska at Bellevue West. They got beat 49-0
There's some
by
injuries.
Omaha West Side.
Yeah, in high school football, to have 3 Division I players to not be able to get a point, that tells you the defense.
Now, there might have
is
been some injury there. That's watch
but
that.
just
Though.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I'm
from the
with
other
you.
side, it's like that for the. I'm just talking about the defense.
Yeah, I'm not pushing back.
So, yeah, we'll watch. If I had to put a point spread on the finals of Class A, West Side, Elkhorn South, I might say 31.5 over under.
Oh, easy.
The Storm's listening, Jake.
Yeah, they're listening.
I hope they are.
Yeah.
I hope they're listening.
Be motivated.
I want to motivate. I like to see a good
Sorensen.
football game.
That might be on the locker room wall.
Yeah, give me
Jake
Sorensen.
Or 31.5 point dogs.
Give me your home address.
No.
1040 O Street, Suite 100, Lincoln, Nebraska. That's where I live, pretty much, anyways. Congrats, 1-0.
Thanks.
Start to the week.
Yeah.
Nice guest.
Bella. Make sure you update that record on the
That's now
board.
31 wins for you,
Thank you,
on
pal.
the new year.
How much, 31?
Yeah, 31.
All right.
Spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless of people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their lives. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. Now is the best time to enroll during the Black Friday sale. You can join the January 10-Week Challenge for half price. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching for 50% off. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to enroll today. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
At Coppell Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Coppell, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Coppell Chevrolet GMC.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting scattered showers throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 47. Tonight, a slight chance of scattered showers early, then mainly cloudy and breezy. We'll see a low of around 36. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy too. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air. Back.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. Chris, Raph, and AD are with us in studio, and Raph is riding high. 4 straight wins for the Broncos. They come back at home last night and beat the Vikings 21-20. Final score.
I didn't know they were on a 4-game heater.
Yeah. Heck yeah. In the hunt.
How about that?
In what hunt?
They legit are in the hunt. They
are you in the playoff hunt?
The hunt.
The Broncos are now second in the AFC West because the Chargers are a bunch of morons and don't know how to win football games. And the Raiders lost to the Dolphins yesterday, 20-13. You're welcome, Raph. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice
There's
win.
literally three teams that are 5-5, same record in that division. In Denver or in AFC West? Yeah. Oh no, Denver is now the only 5-5 team. Raiders and Chargers are 5-6, under 500 now.
Yep, that's right. So
Chiefs probably going to lose tonight. I don't think Taylor's going to be there. I think the parents are going to be there, but no Taylor. So
she's not going to miss Sunday Night Football.
Wait a second. Chiefs play
the Eagles tonight in Kansas City.
Super Bowl will be a big game.
That is a big game.
That's a huge matchup.
Who are you taking?
I think the Chiefs will win. I'm with Raph. I want the Eagles to win that game. Just frankly because, hey, the AFC, that home field advantage means a lot. That means a ton. If Miami can find a way to have home field advantage and not go to Kansas City or go to cold weather places, that's massive. They suck in the cold.
Yeah.
Don't the Eagles I've heard people discuss the Eagles right now as the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, but they're not playing that great. It's a weird thing. Like their record's awesome. I'm not sold on them right now as a team that's going to be.
Who's the best in the NFL?
I honestly couldn't tell you right now. Broncos.
No, the Broncos are
Jake,
not the
you
best
follow
team
it
in the
closest. Who's the best in the NFL?
I think there's a conversation for a couple different teams. I think the Eagles deserve to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
I think the Niners are finding their way back now. Finally,
Niners,
they look a lot. They look better.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs are obviously in that conversation.
Not clear cut though, huh?
No, there's some teams that also have good records. I don't believe it. I still don't buy the Browns. The Browns are 7-3. Their defense is good. They beat AD's Steelers 13-10. It was a horrible game. It was a horrible game. 13-10.
I think I'd go probably Chiefs, Niners.
I like the Ravens. I still buy the Ravens though.
Raph, Chiefs, Niners, Eagles.
Chiefs, Niners, Eagles. Yeah. And I might even put Niners ahead just because if you watch Fred Warner play on defense for the 49ers, oh my goodness.
Oh God, he's incredible.
He's a game changer. He's so good. He's a game
You still
changer.
got the Chiefs number 1 though.
Yeah, I mean they got Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
see, their defense is really good, and their offense has not clicked yet, and they're still 7-2.
Okay,
don't forget the Lions. Don't forget Detroit. They almost booted the Bears this year, but they won. They're 8-2. The Detroit Lions are 8-2.
Yep.
They play the Packers on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay, guys. What about Nebraska?
Oh boy. Oh.
And this game is even. It's a pick'em game. That's what Vegas has Nebraska, Iowa on Saturday, Black Friday, 11 a.m. kickoff?
Yep, 11 a.m.
Yep. Even. How do you size up the game? We're already looking ahead. We haven't even discussed Wisconsin. We're already looking ahead.
Iowa, by the way, has already clinched the West. They have nothing to play for in terms of that. Now, they can knock Nebraska out of a bowl game, get to 10 wins, and be happy about that.
Here's what I was saying on our show today, guys. See if you agree. The Tory Taylor is the thing that scares me the most about Iowa, and the punting game versus Nebraska's punting game, which is not good right now.
Anemic.
That's why I was 8-2.
Yep. A lot of
9-2.
9-2. A lot of it's that.
Yeah.
Tory Taylor.
You know, Sip, on Friday's game, to me, Nebraska
the past 3 weeks, Michigan State, Maryland, of course, Wisconsin played well enough to win those games. They should have won those games, but that's neither here or there right now. They just can't be their own worst enemy on Friday.
Right.
And Iowa's the type of team that is more disciplined than the past 3 teams I just mentioned.
I know. Good point.
They are very disciplined.
That's a great point.
They know who they are. They know who they're not. And again, like I said, they're one of those teams that's going to slowly drown you with every mistake that you make.
That's what we were saying earlier, Braff, AD, is that the thing about Iowa, and it might be the best compliment you can give them, you have to beat them.
Yep.
They won't give it to you. You have to beat them.
Yep.
And I wonder if Nebraska can, beat them, if they can take the game. Because Iowa's not giving it to you.
No, they're not.
They're not giving it to you. Teams will give you games.
Yep.
It happens.
Won't be Iowa.
Yeah, I didn't even look at what the weather's like on Friday
Cold.
either.
32.
Cold.
32 degrees, no precipitation at this point, but 32 degrees is the high.
So Nebraska they've got to take advantage when they have an opportunity for chunk plays. They've got to take advantage of them. Like even going back to the game on Saturday night.
Yeah,
the double reverse pass that got snuffed out.
The play before that,
if the left tackle even so much as picks up that guy on Malachi Coleman still running. It's like. It's stuff like that.
The little things.
Yeah, it is the little things. It is. But we got to go beat them. That's the thing. And I wish I could say with more confidence that Nebraska can close out Iowa. But they're not closing out. They're close. We have this conversation all the time at Nebraska. They're close. But there's a huge difference between being close and closing out.
Right. Yep. Right.
And
we get the game until if the closing time of the place is 5:00, Nebraska gets to 4:59, and for some reason fumbles the keys.
Yeah,
cannot lock the door. It's 4:59 games, I call them, man. They can't lock the door and close the shop.
It's a huge thing you got to solve.
So I'd ask you this though: if Nebraska were to beat Iowa, they get bowl eligible and they get to 6-6 before the year. I think we all signed up for 6-6, right? We said bowl game is the key. Would that forgive the last 3 games that have happened if they simply beat Iowa and get to the bowl game?
I'm saying yes, resounding yes.
It's just about momentum now. How you're going into next year. So I don't think you forget about the last 3 games, but you definitely you change that momentum. And somehow you get to a bowl game and you play someone and you beat them and you have 2-game winning streak. I mean,
100, right?
Like me and AD, I don't know. Were we even thinking 6 games at the beginning of the year?
Thinking 3.
Yeah. I mean,
wait a second. What?
I was thinking 3 to maybe 4 games they'd win this year.
Ooh, so they've already exceeded
it.
Well, let me ask you, what about Northwestern? What was your thoughts on Northwestern?
I didn't think
they're bowl eligible.
I didn't think Northwestern, and I think that's a true testament. What's your head coach's name?
David Braun.
David Braun. I was telling Raph yesterday in Acom, Udofia, a buddy of ours who's went to Northwestern and played basketball there. I have nothing but respect for David Braun, what he did there.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, you imagine, because the reality is it's not just this season he's going to deal with the chaos there. He's going to deal with that for the next 3 to 5 years with the litigations, the class action lawsuits, et cetera. So, and for him to unite that team in such chaos it's amazing.
It's a great coaching.
I'm a huge fan of his, man, to do that.
But back to Jake's question.
Yeah.
Jake, I think absolutely you sort of forgive the last 3 losses if Nebraska is able to close out a ranked team, maybe a top 15. Well, what are they ranked today?
They were 16 on Saturday,
right?
But I'm not sure what they are today.
But to close out a 9-2 division champion, I'd forgive the last 3.
Yeah.
I mean, and get to a bowl game.
I mean,
I would.
Yeah, and you got to okay. So how do you explain this stuff like Saturday night? People think that you get some kickback from people oh, you just don't support this staff. You don't support this staff. It's nothing about that. I'm on Coach Rule's train. I want them to succeed as much as possible. I want us to succeed as much as possible. However, you're being blind if you don't come out and say stuff you see. I saw stuff at the end of that game where I was like, ooh, that's not right. But that doesn't it does not mean that you do not support the staff. It just means you care about the team and you see stuff that maybe, I got a lot of kickback. Oh, you're just sitting on the couch. And I'm like, I get that.
You're fine to criticize.
But there was stuff at the end of that game where I saw and stuff that was said there. I was like, no, that's not right. It's not right. But It doesn't mean that I do not support Nebraska. I want them to win just as much. I mean, AD wants them to win as much as anyone, but we still can be critical.
Oh, yeah. Being a fan doesn't always mean you have to be supportive and have to agree with everything that's happening. Ron Brown sent me that message a few years ago. He said it, and it really hit me. Ron Brown, coach, a Nebraska coach, said, "Look, listen, there's a lot of fans make a big investment. Financial investment, emotional investment, time investment. And for them, they should be able to voice their opinion. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, and Matt Rule, I bet Matt Rule would agree. Of course, you can criticize Rule and still support Rule. You know,
you were talking about rankings real quick.
Yeah.
Iowa is 20th, and we saw a flip in 2 and 3. Michigan went down to 3. Ohio State up to 2. For what happened in that game.
Georgia at 1 still.
Georgia at 1. Michigan barely beating Maryland.
So top 5.
Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Washington, Florida State. That's your top 5.
Washington had a big win at Oregon State.
Yes, they did.
That's massive.
Yes, they did.
Big one there.
I still wish it was a 12-team playoff this year.
How about Georgia, though, looking right now like a three-peat program? They look like a three-peat program.
They've turned it on. And without Brock Bowers, their star tight end, not playing, injured. They've turned it on.
I still think Alabama's going to give them fits in the SEC title game.
They will. They will give them fits.
But that won't keep them out of the playoff.
Think about this for a second before.
But then what do you do with Alabama? Because Alabama's going to be like, well, we won the SEC. Why aren't we?
If they do it, we'll cross that bridge.
That's why I keep on thinking this whole 12-team playoff would have been so much better this year than
sure.
It's been a great year for the 12-team playoff. I mean, Louisville would be 9. Missouri has played well. They'd be 10 seed in that.
Yep.
This is what pains Nebraska fans. This is like your 22nd to 24th. Listen, these 3 teams this late in the season. Liberty, Toledo, James Madison are all ranked teams, 22nd to 24th. You have a 4-loss team in Tennessee at 25th.
Yeah.
It just pains you. It's like, man, those programs are 10-1 and they're ranked this late in the season.
It's going to be a fun January.
It will.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm not ready. I just want to keep talking football. You know?
Hopefully we can.
Yeah. Well, we can. Oh, yeah. I mean, but we can talk it anyway. But man, it'd be nice for Nebraska to get in a bowl and
you can
talk about that all December.
For them to get into a bowl game too, that's 15 extra practices, man.
Huge.
And you break a 6-year drought of not going to a bowl game. You think about it. This year of seniors has never had a winning season nor been to a bowl game. Think about that.
I do think about it.
Polar Bear and those guys.
I know they're good dudes.
Big Ty, those guys,
and they're good dudes.
Good guys have busted their. And think about this: the number of coaches and schemes they've been through. And to come out of this, their senior year,
you want to see them rewarded.
You want to see them rewarded. Absolutely.
Go get a reward for yourself.
We're 5-3. Don't blow that.
Yeah, go get a reward for yourselves.
Absolutely.
Go get a reward. You got to go get it though. That's the thing.
Can you imagine Friday? What it's going to be like
if they win? It'll be incredible.
You've got Nebraska football in the morning.
Yeah.
You got Nebraska, Wisconsin.
Volleyball.
3 and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then you've got Nebraska Stanford soccer at 4 down on the farm at Stanford.
Elite 8.
I mean, it's crazy.
That is a big day. We have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
There's some
go
pop.
get it, guys. You got to show ahead.
That is it for us to drive with Raf and AD is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. See you.
Living life to its fullest is just a free consultation away. If you're living with symptoms that you can't shake, then bring your low energy, brain fog, belly fat,